Welcome to the Get Smart with Money podcast. I'm your host, Dayna Hernandez, financial planner and author of Get Smart with Money, Break Free from the Struggle, Build Wealth on Your Terms, and Rewrite Your Money Story. Here we talk about money, entrepreneurship, growth, and resilience, because financial freedom is about more than just numbers. Each week, you'll get practical strategies, inspiring stories, and the motivation you need to stress less about money and create more freedom in your life. Let's get smart with money together. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Get Smart with Money. Today we have Vance Morris. He used to work for Disney, which I think is probably pretty remarkable. I was a huge Disney fan as a little kid, and it was my childhood. He has been in Disney, leading, and to actually bankrupt in his life. He was a bankrupt executive to successful entrepreneur. So this is why I'm happy to have you on here, because I love to talk to other entrepreneurs and how you kind of got out of that whole bankruptcy cycle and like running Disney. Is just a fascinating story, and I'm sure that people will get something out of your awesome story. So
I appreciate that. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here today. I know it's afternoon where you're at, so we won't spend too much time.
That's
okay. But yeah, I would like to touch on your story. It sounds like you definitely had a major reset.
I did about 20 years ago. So I worked for the Disney company for a little over a decade. And I'm living proof that you can leave that company and not curl up in the fetal position and, wither away and die. So had a few other high profile jobs. I was director of catering for Smithsonian Museum System in Washington, D.C., Kennedy Center for Performing Arts. So, but along the way, I found I make a lousy employee. I don't like to be told what to do, which is probably why many of us are self-employed. But I had gotten fired from a couple of jobs, and I was like, I'm done working for somebody else. I don't want to get, because I would, if I'd gotten another job, I guaranteed I would have been fired from that one too. I have no filter. So if you ask me what I think, I'm going to tell you.
All right.
And so I looked at starting a business. And so in 2007, which, by the way, is a great year to start a business, what with the financial implosion and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I started a premium service carpet cleaning company, because that's what all small children want to do when they're growing up, right?
Yes.
But
and financial professionals.
Yeah, right. Everything was going great. The week before I was supposed to start the business, my wife had a cerebral aneurysm, and she was in the neuro ICU for 11 days and completely disabled.
Oh, wow.
We were supposed to live on her salary. She was a muckety-muck with Starbucks. So we were supposed to live on her salary while I built up the business, and pretty much overnight our income went down to bupkis zero.
Wow.
Overnight. And we talked about it. I mean, I could have gone and gotten another job, and I would have just been miserable and probably would have gotten fired anyway. And so we said, "Yep, let's make a go of it." We were hoping she would get back to work quicker, but she couldn't. And of course, my income was zero, so I had to grow the business quickly. But along the way, I did have to do the bankruptcy thing. I was not proud of it, but that's what it's there for. I'm not one of those guys that, every other year you declare bankruptcy just to get out from under debts and things like that. It was, as my accountant said, you've paid into the system for all these years. It's okay to take a little bit out. Food stamps and energy assistance and all that. I mean, I was like, good Lord, how far did I fall? But through it all, learned to be really tenacious, that stick-to-itiveness, and was able to grow the business, grow out of the hole, and here we are 19 years later.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And it's crazy when you get smacked with something so crazy as like an aneurysm in your life. I know somebody that actually suffered from one as well. She was out for, I think she was actually in the hospital for 3 months and then just recovering for the whole rest of the time. It's a huge thing, but some people do live from it, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's
She was,
amazing.
I mean, she was, pretty close, a couple of days there.
Yeah.
Uh, the recovery was for her was 2 years. And,
Hmm.
she still has some memory and issues and a limp and things like that. But for the most part, we got her back.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Good to hear. So when you were working for Disney, what did that teach you about customer experience and what like most small businesses get wrong still?
Sure. Well, one of the things I learned, first thing I learned at Disney, and it wasn't how to pick up trash or smile or point or anything like that. It was that Disney runs on systems and processes. And so many small businesses skip that. They don't put what they do into a process or a system, especially for their employees. And without that, you have no consistency in your service. And so Disney had a process for everything. I mean, you want to carry a tray in a restaurant, change a bus tire, or whatever it is, they had a system. And that's how they can consistently deliver these extraordinary experiences because everybody's singing from the same page, so to speak. And so I think really the bare basics to entry into the marketplace is to do a good job. If you're a plumber or HVAC or whatever, doing a good job is just entry. If you want to really stand out, you do have to consistently deliver the experiences that people will talk about.
Exactly. And Disney also gets you to spend money happily.
That is one of the things that I teach now. Disney is a master at extracting money from your wallet and leaving you feel happy about it
Yeah.
and wanting to do it again and again. And really, that's the key to business right there is, how can you not illegally or immorally or unethically, but how can you extract maximum profits from your clients, leave them feeling happy, filled with value, delivered, great product, and wanting them to come back again and again as a repeat client. That's really the secret sauce right there.
What do you think the secret behind that is?
I pretty much the golden rule, treat others like you'd want to be treated. I mean, going back to Walt's day, he knew he was in entertainment, but he also knew that his parks were going to be something like his living room. Like he would invite guests over and he wanted the place to always look good because, you have friends coming over for dinner or something, you kind of tidy up and maybe dust and vacuum. And so Walt wanted that as well. And really he was a tremendous individual and a stickler for details. But the way he put the parks together, put his movie studio together, was really all about, really paying attention to the details. I mean, like down to how long the branches are on a tree or something like that. And he was notorious for, completely ripping up movie scenes and saying, reshoot them, I don't like it, because he it didn't meet his standards.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's good to know. I mean, he really was a businessman. Like,
Yeah,
wanted to get it
his
perfect.
brother was more the businessman. Roy was the free thinker, or excuse me, Walt was the free thinker, creative guy, and his brother Roy was the business end of things. And you put the two of them together, and they were just an amazing team.
Yeah, yeah. And back in those days, like people were investing with just the shake of a hand. It was just a handshake where he was accepting money for like Snow White and stuff like that. His
Yep.
first motion picture. It's
Yeah,
super
he did.
fascinating.
It was a lot, and some of those handshakes came back to bite him. His first character was owned by ABC for decades, even after his death. ABC owned his the one character, and when they were negotiating for Al Michaels, who's a sportscaster for football, when they were negotiating to get ESPN, the only way that they would do it is if Disney got the rights back to that character. It was pretty cool story.
Is that Mickey Mouse?
No, that was the rabbit. I knew you were going to ask that. And I'm trying to think of the character. It was I think it was a rabbit of some sort.
Huh. Like super old character.
But I mean, it was Walt's first character.
Okay.
Before Mickey.
Okay. Then yeah, there's probably a lot of people that's actually not aware of that.
Right. Oswald, that's his name. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think that I'm aware of that.
Yep. Yeah, he made like 20 plus little short cartoons with Oswald, and yep, that was like in 1927, 28, and Disney didn't get the rights back until I think it was the 80s.
Oh wow. Okay. I was born right in 1990.
Okay.
So, but yeah, my childhood was like Lion King was the biggest thing for me, and like, you know, Aladdin and Jungle Book and all those. So, and even
Aladdin
Pinocchio.
was a spectacular movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Can't beat Robin Williams. So.
Yeah, for sure. So as an entrepreneur now, what do you see other entrepreneurs making mistakes about, and when they try to scale too fast?
Well, I think scaling fast is okay if you're prepared for it. Like I said, if you have the systems in place, well, scaling a system is a lot easier than just doing it by the seat of your pants, because there's repetition involved. Your employees understand what's going on. So, you know, you can scale quickly. It's where most entrepreneurs screw up is thinking that they always need new customers. You know, I need more leads, I need more leads, I need more customers. And they forget about the ones that they already have. And so that, you know, I ask people all the time, I said, do you have a marketing budget? And they all say, yeah, of course we have a marketing budget. I say, great. How much of that budget is for customer retention? And they all look at me like I got three heads. You know, well, I mean, we've been brainwashed. I mean, if you look at, you know, if you get stuck in Flakebook and you see all the ads, you know, I'll get you 10,000 likes for $50 by Monday afternoon. And, you know, so it's all this new stuff. And if you think about it, getting a new customer is expensive. So in my home service businesses, it cost me $136 to get a new customer in the front door. That's Google pay-per-click, guy answering the phone, you know, everything all in. It only cost me $23 a year to keep a customer. So the minute I serve an existing customer, I'm already $100 more profitable than I would with a new one. So you really have to balance that. And really the ratio should really be flipped. Like Disney's ratio, right now, if you went to one of the Disney parks, 80% of the people there right now have been there before. Only 20% are new. I said, well, that ratio is good enough for Disney. That's good enough for me. So we try to attain an 80% repeat rate so that we're not always having to go out and buy new customers, which is essentially what you do with advertising.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you definitely want to keep your customers happy, for sure.
You know, well, you know, and you got to stay in front of them. I mean, it's not your customer's job to remember you. It's your job to remind the customers that you even exist.
Exactly. And then when it comes to scaling, possibly too fast for some people, but like you said, in a system you can. But do you think that money mindset is a huge factor in can you handle it?
You know, I think a lot of the money mindset or money head trash that a lot of business owners have is not so much scaling as it is pricing. And they get stuck on, oh my God, I can't be much more, or I have to be in the middle of all of my competitors so that I don't stand out, yada, yada. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. I mean, you could do the same amount of customers, same customer count, increase your prices 10 or 15%, and that's scaling. You've now increased your revenues significantly, and you haven't had to add any expense to it. So that whole 15% goes right to the bottom line. So there's different ways to scale. I think, when you're looking at growth, obviously if you're going to grow in, geography, or you're going to grow in production volume, certainly there are things you got to watch out. You got to be well funded. I know that because we expanded twice, and I didn't do it until we had the right amount of money in the bank in case things went south, because I didn't want to put anything on credit. So, we started the one business in 2007, and then in 2012 we added a Oriental rug washing facility, and that was an investment. And I wasn't going to put that on credit. And then about 8 years ago, we started a mold remediation company. And again, I wasn't starting that on credit. So it was strategic growth, but it's also, you can scale quickly if you already have an existing customer base, because they already know, like, and trust you. So as soon as we started washing rugs, people were, all we had to do was send a postcard out to the list, and people were like, oh yeah, we love what you do in the house. Take our rugs. Same thing with mold. We sent a postcard out to the list. Hey, now we do mold remediation. We got 2 or 3 people said, oh yeah, I got a problem. So
nice. Okay. Yeah, you can just kind of keep adding on to your own product once you can get the money up and everything. Plus, you never use your own money either. You have to, you get nice little business loans and all kinds of things under like an LLC, it's always neat to learn all that stuff for me anyway.
Oh, sure.
It's interesting.
And then there's also scaling by buying out your competitors. Mm-hmm. I bought 2 of my local competitors, just bought them outright.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's like immediate growth. You all of a sudden, to go from 10,000 customers to 20,000 customers literally overnight.
Yeah.
That's really, if you're gonna scale and grow, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's easier to get that done.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Have you ever seen anybody attain a bunch of money and they just weren't ready to handle it and they blew it all?
Oh, sure. Yeah. There's a couple of guys, they did really well. Mold remediation is like making money, like it just rains money for these businesses.
Yeah.
I've got a great accountant and a great financial advisor, and I always recommend you should have both of those in your court to prevent you from doing something stupid with your money.
Exactly.
One guy, he went and, he leased 3 cars, 1 for each of his kids. He, bought the summer home, bought the boat that goes with the summer home. He had 1 lawsuit that completely wiped him out.
Oh, man.
Completely wiped him out. And, he could have weathered the lawsuit had he not put all of his money into things. He would have had plenty to, fight the lawsuit, because it was bogus completely. Just from being in the business, I know it was bogus. But, he didn't have the money to fight it.
That's sad.
It's also stupid.
Yeah, stupid,
I know you feel bad for him, but
I see how it's stupid. But
you make your own decisions, and
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be proactive, really, with your money. I'm a very proactive person. I always just kind of have been, and except with my own money when I was in my 20s, I didn't quite understand how to be proactive, which is one reason I have this podcast, is because I put myself in debt on accident. You need to save money for things in the future, kind of like how he didn't save money for things in the future.
Yep. One of the things we do for our employees, as far as, continuing training and things like that, is we train them or give them resources on how to live. And one of them is how to save money. And, the guy, so have you heard of Acorns? It's an investment app where it will round up all of your purchases. And so like all those little pennies and spare change gets all invested. They just take it right out of your checking account and you never miss it.
Okay.
And one guy, he had been doing it for about 3 years. And he came up to me, because I'm not in the business much anymore. But I saw him last year. He goes, from your training, I now have $17,000 in the bank. He goes, before that, I never had any money, ever. I never thought I made enough to save. And just by, using a silly little app like that, this guy, he's 28, 29 now, and he's got 17 grand in the bank. And it's just because, somebody took the time to teach him that, hey, here's how you can save. Here's not how to outspend your income. Because once you get a credit card, that's easy to do.
Yeah, that was kind of my issue also. That was unfortunate. It was just like a whole different concept because it wasn't cash. It was like a little plastic card, and I was like, "There's money on here."
Yeah. Well, my first ex-wife, I don't even know how we got together, but she thought that since there were checks in the checkbook, there must have been money in the bank.
Oh.
So she just kept writing checks.
Ooh.
I'm like, sweetheart, you understand that we got to have like money in the bank for you to write that check? Oh, there's checks in the checkbook. That must mean we have money.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That marriage didn't last long. So.
Okay. Checking works very different.
Yes.
You have to have the money first in there for it to work. Uh-oh. Bounce checks are not a good thing.
No, they are not.
No.
Especially the overdraft fees.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So many owners work harder, not smarter. Would you say that?
That's a very fair statement, yes.
Yes. So what's one system that creates leverage quickly, would you say?
Well, what I do once is what I call time blocking.
Okay, perfect.
So
Let's talk about that.
What's that?
Perfect. Let's talk about that. That's a huge thing that needs to be talked about a lot.
Yeah, no. So you can't manage time because it just goes by. You can't manage it. The seconds just keep on ticking.
Yeah.
But what you can do is do what I call time blocking. I didn't invent this, but it's just the method I use. And so I will make appointments with myself on my calendar, and I keep those appointments like I would in this interview with you or, meeting with a client. But that appointment is a block of time that I'm going to work on one thing. Maybe I'm going to write a blog post in that half hour. Maybe I'm going to, investigate a new ad cycle. But for that 30 minutes or 1 hour, that's all I do. So I turn off all my ringy dingies. There's no alerts on. My phone is completely silent. There's no alerts popping up on the computer. And for 30 to 60 minutes, I focus just on that. And there's one thing that I do use, and is very non-digital. It's an egg timer. And I just set it for like 45 minutes. And I see the thing ticking away at me. So I'm, pounding away. And I don't use an online timer because then I'm going to go online, or I'm going to have something on the computer. So I use that. And I get more done in 4 hours than a lot of people get done in 2 or 3 days because it's completely focused on that time. The phone doesn't ring, nothing. And it works. If you have a business where you go visit people in their homes, and do services there, great, you've got appointments. And then in between those appointments, you make one with yourself and say, okay, I'm going to spend 30 minutes on marketing today, or I'm going to spend 30 minutes on this. And the key thing is to get rid of all of the distractions.
Yeah.
I mean, go
It's
to
too
your
many.
local library for crying out loud. I mean, there's nobody in there. Uh,
Yeah, true.
I mean, really, I mean, it's sad, but there isn't.
I like that a lot. I've been trying to figure out little things like that that will help me with putting the distractions away. I will put my phone on Do Not Disturb. It's like way over here
Yep.
on Do Not Disturb. So that really helps. And then since what, like maybe 2 weeks ago now, but since like we're so conditioned to work and clock in and clock out for lunch, like all these things, I'm like, all right, like that's what I want to get away from. But since I'm so used to that still, and I'm trying to get in the more mindset of like, this is my business, I want to work on my business at home in my little office and stuff, I created my own little like clock in sheet.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I just like sign in, and like I have some like where I'm studying for my Series 65 license, and I'll have like these columns and stuff, and I'll just write the
Right.
time where I like clock in to start studying and then clock out when I'm done. Like,
Yep.
so
I mean, that's
it's,
brilliant.
yeah, I had
I
to
mean,
do something to make it feel like I was working, you know?
yeah, well, I mean, because if you give a certain task an unlimited amount of time, that task will fill that amount of time,
Mhm.
right? It's
Or you'll
because you
just
don't
get
have a
distracted.
deadline. You got to have a deadline.
Yeah.
And actually, I just remembered the name of it. It's called the Pomodoro effect, which is, you work for a good solid 45, 50 minutes, and then I take a break. I take 10
Yeah.
minutes, I take the dog out, I go make a cup of coffee, look outside. Well, that's the other thing. My office used to face the window, and I had to turn. I could see in the backyard, and I would just be like squirrel,
Yeah.
So I've rearranged my office so my back is to the window now. So
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think in this room, this is really the only corner I have for the desk, and the window's right there. So,
yeah,
and it's cloudy today, so the sun keeps coming in and out. But yeah, no, I'm trying to figure things out like that. Just little things I can do to make myself focus. Really.
yeah,
I-
yeah. Well, and I think I love the clock-in sheet idea. That's great.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm so used to that. Like, maybe I should just do that in my own house. So, like, I have a little, section for when I'm on the podcast or when I'm on a Zoom training or just a regular Zoom call. I'm clocking in, clocking out for that. So,
Yeah. And I've got. I mean, I usually use a rolling calendar, so I don't do like January to December. So, so like for next year, for 2027, I've already blocked out where I want to take vacation. So it's already on the calendar.
I'm getting to that point where I'm trying to do all these little things in order to plan more of my year out.
Yep.
And like that. So, because a lot of entrepreneurs, they have this year's planned already, and they did it like in November last year. It's like,
Right.
yeah, I would like to be doing that, but I still have a job as of right now. So
Yep.
we're getting there.
It's all good.
Yeah. So what do you think that high-performing service teams do differently from average teams?
They do the boring and average things extraordinarily. It's something I call Disneyfying. So we all have boring, mundane things we have to do in our business day in and day out. Disney has just figured out a way to make an experience out of answering the telephone or greeting a guest or anything like that. And so the ones that are going above and beyond and delivering these extraordinary experiences around boring things are the ones that are really moving the needle forward. Like answering the telephone. I had a group of, worked with an insurance agent. He was an Allstate guy, and he probably had like 7 or 8 other Allstate agents in his town. And there were probably another 50 or 60 insurance agents, in the area. He was having a tough time standing out. And so I was visiting with him, and I went to his office, and he had rock and roll stuff all over the walls. I mean, he had gold records, autographed guitars,
Wow.
posters of the Who and stuff like that. And I'm like, and his receptionist was like, I think you should really lean into the whole rock and roll thing. So we turned him into the rock and roll insurance agent.
That's
And
cool. Okay.
yeah, but the way we answered the phone, you call most businesses, you're going to get, thank you for calling Dave's Insurance. How can I help you? Right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, every business answers the phone that way,
Yeah.
or pretty close to it. Since he leaned into the rock and roll thing, his receptionist now answers the phone. Thank you for calling Dave's Allstate, the agency that rocks. Now,
Okay.
it's a
That's
little corny
awesome.
the first 17 times you say it, but, answering the phone that way, one, creates an experience. Two, if you remember, your marketing is designed to do two things: attract the people you want and repel the people you don't want. And so just by answering the phone that way, he sorts and screens out people that would just not become a good client for him.
Yeah.
And so it's just finding all those little touch points where you interact with a client and figuring out, hey, how do I make this a little bit better?
Uh-huh.
Can I give one more example? You have
Yes,
time?
please. Yeah.
So like I've written a couple of books, and if you want, you can go to Amazon and you can pay Bezos and get my book.
Okay.
But you can also get it from me.
Okay.
And so if you order it from Amazon, it's going to come in a little brown folder paper thing, or might even come in a box. When you order it from me, I used to ship it in a box, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I'm the experienced guy. I should probably jazz this up. So I created a custom box, and there's, nice colors, and there's a little message on the inside of the box when you open up. And then I figured, well, it's a book. I should include a bookmark. So now there's a bookmark in there. And oh, wait, the bookmark needs a tassel. So I added a tassel. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of a workbook. Maybe I should include a pen. So now there's a pen in there. And then, oh, wait, they bought something. I should probably put a thank you note in there. So now there's a thank you letter. And finally, I was like, I'm sending all this crap. I should probably put a sales letter in there too. I'm already paying for the postage. So now it's a complete unboxing ceremony, or it's like Vance in a box when they open up a book, if they buy it from me.
That's awesome.
Versus Amazon. So
Yeah.
it's just, anybody can slip a book into a box and send it out.
Yeah.
But if you want to make an experience and stand out, well, you should probably have an unboxing experience.
Ah. Ah, that is so Disney.
Yeah. Well, I did pay attention when I worked there, so.
That's really cool. Ooh. Um, so I'm getting married later this year. Do you have any little
Oh, I'll talk you out of that. I got 3 ex-wives.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. But um just
Well,
like
go ahead, ask the question. I may not be the one you want to ask this to, but go ahead and ask.
well, for the ceremony, I guess not the ceremony, but like the reception. Okay. So for the reception, or do you have any like ideas that are just a tad bit extra like that?
Well, I've seen, and this works great, and they still sell them, are the disposable cameras, and you put
Uh-huh.
one on each table, and you let
Okay.
them take pictures. You don't know what you're going to get. Now, if you got some really sick friends, you're going to get some really interesting pictures back.
Yeah.
But that's always been, I've seen that done a couple of times. I think that's just an absolute hoot. If you have a signature drink, that you can, get like a custom, you can get this done cheaply too, like a promotional products place can get you like, 2 cases of engraved glasses for like $50. And, you can have like a signature, Dayna Hernandez drink kind of thing. I think that's really cool. And they have a souvenir they can take home because they can take the glass home.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I've been trying to kind
We're
of
good. You didn't ask me about like marriage, which is
No.
great.
No, you said 3 ex-wives. And the first one, yeah, with the checkbook thing, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Second one was better, but
Okay. All right. Oh, that's good. So when you have gone through all these different careers and like the bankruptcy and everything, like what kind of fear was there? And how did you overcome the fear? Yeah.
Oh, well, one, geez, being on food stamps, that's freaking embarrassing. You know, I mean, I'm standing in line at the grocery store. I don't know if a friend or neighbor's behind me, and I'm trying to hide at the little swipe thing because everybody knows what the food stamp credit card looks like.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's embarrassing. I got over it. I mean, it took a while, but I got over it. And I knew I wasn't going to be on food stamps forever. I mean, you know, that's why the safety net is there, is for, you know, guys like me who are hit hard times for a little bit. We just need a little pick me up.
Yeah, you've paid taxes into it. I think, you know,
yeah,
that's totally
exactly.
fair. It's there for when you need it.
Yeah. I'm not one of those guys that stays on it for 25 years. Just
yeah, there's a huge difference between those people.
You know, you certainly do have imposter syndrome sometimes. Like, you know, am I really doing this well? I can't be doing this well. I shouldn't be doing this well. Something's going to go wrong. You know, again, that's all head trash. And I really recommend to people is, you know, find a mentor, find a coach, living or dead. Like I'm a big reader of Napoleon Hill. The man's been dead for 40 or 50 years, but his lessons still live on. Same thing with Chet Holmes or, you know, guys like that, you know, I can learn from them through videos, through books. So you don't have to actually have a live person. And then you should really have a board of advisors to help you overcome any fears that you have. You know, do you have an accountant, an attorney? You know, God, whatever you do, don't ask your in-laws, don't ask your best friend about business, because if they only have jobs, they don't know what it's like to be in business, because they're going to get paid whether they show up to work or not, because they get sick time, vacation time. You know, they can screw around on the computer for 2 hours and still get paid the full day. If you're a solo business person or an entrepreneur, if you're not producing, you're not making money. And that can be a scary thing. You know, I've luckily gotten, like, the 3 home service businesses. About 7 years ago, I hired a general manager, and he now runs the day-to-day. I spend 90 minutes a week on those businesses. You know, pretty much cashing checks and kissing babies. But you know, but it took time to get there, and I had to put systems in place, processes in place, and I told the general manager, don't screw with anything, just manage the process, and you'll be fine. And the business has been fine, it's been growing, and I don't have to do anything. So.
Do you have any advice for, like, somebody who just doesn't want to work a job anymore but wants to start a business? You started a carpet company, or carpet cleaning company. Like, that's a smaller business, but people need that. So, and you can get contracted with a whole bunch of different people, like realtor offices and all kinds of people. So, like, what would be a good little business to start?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, I mean, certainly, you know, carpet cleaning, I mean, there is an investment in equipment and a vehicle. You know, you don't want to show up in your Chevy Impala and be pulling stuff out of your trunk. I mean, that's, you're not doing anybody any favors with that. But, you know, you really have to find something that you like and you want to do. You know, so if you want to work with your hands, great. Maybe a HVAC, manual labor kind of business is what you want to do. You want to be creative? Okay, great. Maybe a marketing agency is what you want to do. But you have to really know that going into it. And if you have the ability to either be well-funded or keep your full-time job until your side gig becomes your full gig, you know, I would do that. If I could start over again, I probably would have attempted to keep a job, although I don't know that would have worked for me, but, you know, and then built the home service businesses on the side until a point where, you know, that they were making as much money as I was when I was an employee.
Yeah, starting something like that is kind of scary for some people, you know, because they don't know even, like, the first move. Would you maybe recommend that they find a business mentor of some sort?
Yeah, I would look, you know, I mean, pretty much every county in the U.S. has a SCORE chapter. It's a whole bunch of old retired people. I'm not making fun of them. They provide a good service, but they're all from big companies. and they have no way to relate to little companies. So seek out entrepreneurial type coaches that can help you. I'll plug for myself. Call me. Just kidding. No, please call me. But finding people in the industry that are the gurus of that industry. I mean, if you want to be a copywriter, go find Dan Kennedy and Chet Holmes and all those guys. If you want to, be a I don't know, whatever, you want to be an attorney, find a great attorney business coach. There's plenty of them out there. I've got a few as clients. They shorten the cycle, and they also help you skip the mistakes so that you don't make them, because I've made a lot of costly mistakes. But when I got a business coach, I found that I grew the business faster because all I had to do was pay attention to him, and I didn't make stupid mistakes that cost me either money or time.
Yeah, great advice, definitely. And you said you have several books. What are they all called?
So the main book is Systematic Magic, 7 Magic Keys to Disneyfy Your Business. And then I have a series of books called Tales from the Customer Service Crypt. And so each book has 10 different really, really sad, bad, horrendous customer experience stories. And then how I would have done it differently. So there's a series of those. I'm up to volume 4, I think, now.
Oh, that's really interesting. I like that. Okay. And I believe I have your website. I have something. Maybe you might want to send it over. Sure. All your links. And then I'm going to have my VA post everything on the episode description and everything, so everyone knows where to find you. And if they have like a little business idea, maybe they can call you and get your books. I'm definitely actually I'm gonna get probably all of your books.
Don't buy it from Amazon. Get it from me.
From you. With the fancy pen and bookmark and everything. But anyway, well, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your journey and everything. And that was a really fun conversation. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Please like, review, share, and subscribe to this podcast, and follow us on Instagram at GetSmartWMoney Podcast, as well as checking out our website at GetSmartWithMoneyPodcast.com.